Hello again and welcome to our update, this time covering figures for the month of January 2014. The year got off to a record start with an 8% increase on a year ago, taking the tally of visits to 2.4 million. As we've seen over a number of recent months, it was also a record for how much those visitors spent while they were here in the UK, reaching very nearly 1.4 billion, or a 12% year-on-year increase. When we drill into the data, we find some interesting differences. It was a record month for holiday visits, up 19% to exactly 800,000 compared with a year ago. However, reminding us that the global road to economic recovery is rather bumpy, there was a 4% year-on-year decline in business visits, taking the tally to 500,000. We saw a record 1.34 million visits from our near neighbours in the EU 15 countries. Those are places such as Germany and Italy. That's 12% up on last year. Meanwhile, a market that remains challenging is that from North America, so combining both Canada and the United States, where we saw a 4% decline on January of last year. Now let's take a look at Britain's connections to the world. As we can see, most parts of Britain are accessible from one or more markets around the world, ranging from Newquay down in the southwest up to Sunbury in Shetland in the north. It's very clear, though, that the majority of inbound seat capacity by airlines comes into Heathrow Airport, followed then by Gatwick and Manchester. If we explore where it is that visitors fly into and out of Britain, we can see that more than 1 in 4 visitors during 2012 actually used Heathrow as their point of entry and departure from Britain. Just more than a quarter used one of the other London area airports, roughly a fifth flying out of airports elsewhere in Britain, with the remainder travelling either through the Channel Tunnel or by ferry. If we look at the relative change in where inbound visitors are departing Britain over the past decade, we can see that despite being very close to capacity, there has been a growth in departures from London Heathrow Airport. In relative terms, however, airports in other parts of London have seen rather faster growth, but it is clearly airports out with the London region which have been enjoying the fastest growth. To name 3 star performers, Edinburgh, Manchester and Bristol have all seen very rapid growth in their use by international visitors during the course of the past decade. Next time we'll take a look at provisional figures for the month of February, and we'll also re-examine exchange rates. So until then, bye-bye.